Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. I hope you're well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release a crochet tutorial every week. And this week I'm bringing to you this beautiful man scarf, and this is a really elegant scarf, and it features a really lovely textured stitch that I love. And you will be able to find the free pattern as always on my blog selinaveronique.com. The link is in the down bar. And so for this project I used 2 skeins of Vanna's Choice yarns by Lion Brand, and this is considered a medium 4 Aran weight yarn. It's 100% acrylic and I used shade Chocolate. You will also be needing a 6mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a tapestry needle, and that's it. And I will be using US terms with British terms in brackets. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. That really helps out my channel. And if you want more crochet content, don't forget to head over to my Patreon page. The link is in the down bar. So to begin this tutorial, you will be making a slip knot. So just go ahead and make a slip knot and pop your hook through. I will be using a sample for this project just because it will be easier to see with a light coloured yarn rather than a darker yarn, which is hard to film. So now what you are going to be doing is chaining 200. So just go ahead and chain 200. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've chained less, but the principle is the exact same. So now count for row 1, count 1, 2, 3 chains from the hook and place a half double crochet inside that third chain. So to create a half double crochet, wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and go through 3 loops. And then place another half double crochet into the next chain. So just go ahead and place a half double crochet into the next chain. And I forgot to mention the first chain 2 at the beginning of the row counts as a half double crochet. Now place another half double crochet inside the next chain. So just go ahead and place a half double crochet inside the next chain and into the next chain, and place a half double crochet into each chain until you reach the end of this row. Okay, so this is what I have for row 1, and now I'm going to show you row 2. So for row 2 you are going to chain 1, turn your work, and we are going to be working this row. So this chain 1 we've just done doesn't count as a stitch, it counts as a turning chain. So what we are going to be doing now is we are going to be working in this loop here at the front. So usually we would be working through these 2 loops at the top, but to create this knit-like stitch we are just going to be working inside this loop here in every stitch. So you are going to be placing a half double crochet into each one of these loops. So just wrap your yarn around your hook, go into that front loop, pull up a loop and finish your half double crochet. Go into the next stitch and place a half double crochet into that. Go into the next stitch and place a half double crochet into that. And just carry on doing this until you reach the end of this row. Okay, so I've almost finished this row. I still have one stitch left to place, which is to place a half double crochet into the chain 2 from the previous row. And this will be the only time that we will be doing this, because going forward we will not be chaining 2 at the beginning of each row, but placing one turning chain and then working a stitch directly into the first stitch. So I hope this is making sense. Chain 1, and now what we are going to be doing, and as you can see the knit stitch is starting to look like the knit stitch, what we are going to be doing is placing our next row into the back loop only. So the back loop only is this loop here. I'm just showing you a random stitch, but obviously you will be placing a half double crochet into each stitch across in the back loop only. So we've chained 1, and this counts as a turning chain. Now wrap your yarn around your hook and go into the back loop only of the first stitch, and then go into the next stitch with a half double crochet, and into the next stitch with a half double crochet, and into the next stitch, and place a half double crochet into each stitch across until you reach the end of this row. Okay, so this is what we have for row 3, and now for row 4 I am going to be showing you what to do. So chain 1, turn your work, and we will be working into that. We are going to be repeating row 2, and going forward we will be repeating row 2 and 3. So just place your next stitches inside the front loop here. So we've chained 1, and this chain 1 counts as a turning chain. Now go into the first stitch with a half double crochet, into the next stitch with a half double crochet, and into the next stitch, and just place a half double crochet into each and every stitch across, and including the last stitch here, because obviously for this row we don't have a chain 2 from the previous row, just full stitches. Okay, so I finished this row, and as you can see this is the wrong side of the stitches. Now chain 1, and I will show you the next row, and this is the last row I'll be showing you, because going forward you will be simply repeating these 2 rows. Yes, so you've chained 1, which is your turning chain, and now place a half double crochet inside the back loop only of each stitch. For this row, so just go ahead and place a half double crochet into each stitch across until you reach the end of this row. So this is what we have. Okay, so once you have your 13 rows, you will be making the border. Obviously, I have just my sample and a lot less rows, but the principle will be the exact same. So once you've done your 13 rows, you are going to be chaining 1, turning your work so as to work on this side, and this is the wrong side of the stitches, so this is the row side, and so that means there is no specific stitch into which you will be placing a single crochet, but that doesn't matter. Just make sure that you place your single crochets evenly across this edge. And so to do so, we've just chained 1, and this does not count as a stitch. Go into the first space with your hook directly, pull up a loop, you have 2 loops on your hook, take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and that is a single crochet. Now go into the next space here with another single crochet, and another space with a single crochet, and another space with a single crochet, and another and the next space. And obviously this side will be a lot longer for you, but once you've finished placing your single crochets on this side, turn your work like so and start placing single crochets all the way across. And this is the chain side, so just go ahead and place a single crochet into each and every chain. And then once you reach the end of this row, turn your project around again and place single crochets all across this side, and then again all across the last side, and I'll meet you back to show you how to finish off this border. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, and what we are going to be doing is placing one last single crochet in this edge here, and now just slip stitch either through the first stitch that you made or the chain one, it doesn't matter. So I've slip stitched through that, and what you will be doing is fastening off. So snip off your yarn and pull your yarn through to finish off this project. So pull the yarn through this to create a knot, and that's it. We finished this project. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next week.